I want to go over proofing your file and how you're going to upload it to me. This is non-negotiable. It must be done this way. I need to be able to spell check your files, double check them. We're sending these for a large print run, and it needs to be done correctly. So I have my person's name, my garment name. Now, for the sake of this, let's pretend this is Joe Smith, and their garment name is Yellow Submarine. You like that? There we go. Very creative. Obviously, make sure your font doesn't run over lines like that. Just make your text box bigger. And then when you're creating it, make sure you have their name spelled correctly. A good way to proof their name is if you go into, my earlier video, into Compose. If you go into your mail, you could grab anyone's name, figure out their grade they're in, and then everything is default. So if you have a grade 8, they're 20. If you have a grade 7, they're 21. And you can check the spelling of their name. This is an amazing way to proof independently, and it shows that you're a great editor, okay? So double check their name. Yellow, what are we gonna call this? So we'll just pretend for now. So we have their names in there. Do not leave it as garment name at all. Make sure you have their full name. When you are linking and checking your files, you select the file, you make sure your links menu is open. Mine's open over here. And you select each file. In each file, you should see that effective PPI is over 300 and their color space is CMYK. Clearly, this is not. So I'm going to right click, Jaden, quiet please, edit with Photoshop, and I'm going to go image mode, CMYK. Image size, and I'm going to change my resolution to 300. Okay, done. Okay, great. Save. Oh, clearly because it's a fault there. Once it's saved, your InDesign is smart. It will automatically take a second, but then goes color space, CMYK, effective PPI 573. Great, even larger than it needs to be. You're more concerned about your effective PPI, not your actual PPI, because if you have your actual PPI maybe at 300, but you made it really big, your effective could be low. So make sure your effective is over 300. Okay. Next thing, same deal, check. Effective over, color space not. So I'm going to right click, edit with Photoshop, and go image mode, CMYK. These are the 4 toner cartridges my printer will print with. So now I will realize once I hit save that it's been updated. Now, spell check your names is Command and I. Command I. Ready to start spelling? Yes. Start spelling. Goodness gracious. Start. Maybe I have no words wrong. Start. Oh, great. There's no wrong spells. If I had a word spelled wrong, what would happen is it would say submarine. Did you mean submarine? I definitely meant submarine. Change. For names, it's sometimes errors names. Some names are more intricate, and just double check. It makes you think, oh yeah, did I want that? If you do, you just say skip and I keep the name. If it's a mistake, hit change and it will update it to the right one. Okay? So my garment names, Helvetica Bold, great. My client names, Nordica Hairline, great. Some people were using Illustrator files. Please make sure everything should be a JPEG or a TIFF. There should be no Adobe files where we can't double check our effective PPI. So if you made an Illustrator file, make sure you're exporting it and then linking it. Everything needs to be proofed with PPI, and Illustrator, you do that after. So if you use Illustrator, make sure you export that, and that's what you're linking. So next thing, my bleeds. Do I have my text inside the margins? That's the pink line. Yes? Great. This one, I want it to be mirrored. I'm going to move that there. Even though the text box goes over, my text stays inside the pink. Great. Does any of my images end at the black line? No. Great. It does not need to go all the way, as you can see proofed there. That's okay if it doesn't go right the way up. It just has to give you space that if the line gets cut, it runs past, okay? Next, final step is to make sure you have no awkward placements. For example, this one runs, let's say it ran to there, ran off the page. When I actually go to preview my page, view, screen mode, preview, you'll see what's actually going to be kept, and I lose a lot of her forehead. So it's really important that you're thinking about, yes, the runoff of the picture, but also that we still see the key elements of the person, okay? And then that's how it's going to print. As you can also see in preview mode, I noticed that I have a stroke on this page. I actually kind of like the stroke, but I think it's cooler if it was more definitive and maybe a different style. That kind of looks cool to me. So that's a great way to proof your frames and see how it's going to look when it prints. Okay, so my pictures, all CMYK, effective over 300, my font's correct, my page bleeds off, nothing ends at the black line for images, my text stays inside the margins. I am ready to upload this for printing. You are not exporting it. You are going further down the list and packaging. When you are sending something to someone who needs to maybe edit a photo or a placement or a color, you need to make sure you send the whole file. So if you ever do professional printing, you package a file for your printer. What this does is it grabs all your links and all your files and all your fonts. So see, it's going to show me what's going to send in your file, what fonts are going to send in your file, and it's going to package. Save before continuing? Great. Thank you. Where is it going? I'm going to be very specific. I'm going to say alumni group, clear not your students, and then I'm going to say who I am. Okay? So I know exactly where this is included in which section. So grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, who made it. So if there's an error, I know who I'm going to actually communicate with. Save. On my desktop now, this is if you have instructions. You can actually tell the printer to default things. Package. Okay. It's going to make a lovely little folder of all your work. Obviously, you can't upload a folder. So you are able to do two things. On Manage Back, you're going to go to Criteria C. And your Dropbox is going to be there, and you're going to upload your file. Even if I can't upload a file, let's do this together. Choose file. Alumni group folder. Choose. See, it makes me grab all. Not good. So what you're going to do is on your desktop, that group folder, you're going to right-click, control-click, and compress. And it's going to turn it into a nice zipped envelope. So when you choose the file to send me, please, please, please do not send me the one without the paperclip. See, look, it's all one folder. That's what you're going to send me. Alumni group folder, zipped. And then when I upload, thank you, Matthew, for letting me use your screen, it'll upload the whole folder. Notice it's taking a while. Don't say it's not uploading, refresh. It's a large folder. It's all your pictures at full resolution, all your fonts. It's going to take time. Let it take its time. But that's the folder you're going to upload. So don't upload this one. Make sure you're going to right-click, compress, and then you'll upload the file with the paperclip, which is somewhere further down in my lovely list of stuff. So once you're done that, you are done